With me now is Jake Barnett to talk about our recently released Sustainable Investment Report.
Thanks, Joe. So this most recent Sustainable Investment Report covers Wespath's work to support the transition to a sustainable global economy in 2019 and 2020. This report has been in the works for the last 6 months and showcases the stellar work of the broader Wespath team. A special shout out to our communications department who put this together. I will give some brief highlights today from the report, but in the meantime, I encourage anyone who is interested to check out the larger report on our website and to scan the QR code on the slide right now. So today, let's talk about 3 highlights from the report. The first is our continued work to support a transition to net zero in the broader economy. In this report, you'll hear about our success engaging specific companies like Chevron and Occidental to encourage them to take more climate action through collaborative engagements such as the Climate Action 100+. You will also hear about newer efforts such as our role co-leading the asset manager engagement track of the Net Zero Asset Owner Alliance. The second highlight is our work on COVID-19 in 2020. One example of this work within our investment division is that we reached out to all asset managers that we work with, encouraging them to take deliberate and swift action to support an equitable and speedy recovery, with multiple managers responding that they incorporated some of our suggested best practices into their strategies. Additionally, as part of the broader Wespath team's response beyond the investment division, we generated $14,000 in charitable contributions to organizations responding to both COVID and racial justice issues in 2020. Finally, a very notable milestone that is celebrated in this report is the 30th anniversary of the Positive Social Purpose Lending Program. Please check out the report to see more about the evolution and impact of the PSP program over this time period.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. It's a great and robust report. How would you suggest that people use this report?
So I would have a couple of suggestions for those of our clients who seek to leverage this report to communicate with their stakeholders or to just show people the work that's happening at Wespath. The first would be to feel free to highlight specific sections that resonate with the community you are seeking to connect with. For example, we know that the opioid crisis has unfortunately hit some United Methodist communities particularly hard. And so those groups may be most interested in hearing about our work with the Investors for Opioid and Pharmaceutical Accountability, which is featured in the Sustainable Investment Report. The second point that I would make is to take ownership of these stories and sharing them with stakeholders. All of this work occurs on behalf of our beneficiaries and institutional clients. But in my experience, many constituencies don't have a full understanding of what they are enabling and supporting through their investments with us. These stories are your stories too, so please feel free to take them and tell them broadly.
Great, thanks, Jake. It's a wonderful report and we're happy you could join us today.
Thanks for having me.